What's going on, everybody? It's your boy The Legend here at SeaWorld Orlando for a Mako construction update. Checking this thing out. First time I've been over here in quite a while. Now the ride's been done for some point. Obviously it started testing already, but just wanted to show you guys a little bit of what's going on. Some of the interesting, more new stuff recently has been the addition of these pylons right here, where you can see it's going to sort of separate the actual lake from the ride itself, and that's going to do things like keeping the people from driving their swan boat right into the Mako Roller Coaster, which would not be good. Also, you can see that there's a swan boat, and there's the Mako Roller Coaster. If one was to drive the swan boat into the Mako Roller Coaster, that would be a bad time. But, so you got that fence going up there. Also, you can see underneath that the ride is now going over the water, where before it was just going over some dirt. So that's definitely going to make the big finale here of Mako a little bit prettier. And also you can see them finished up all the netting, but we'll get a better look of that in just a moment. Now over here by Mako itself, where the construction walls are, where they have this crazy piece of concept art. But here we go, we're over here by the ride, checking things out. And first of all, you can see the building that I believe is going to be probably like the gift shop and on-ride photo booth, that kind of thing. It's now done and painted and looking really, really good. So that's nice. The ride interacts with the midway really, really well too, because it's just gonna fly right over you. And they got these nets for protection, which is nice, which makes sense instead of maybe making your guests go through metal detectors and put stuff in lockers, which is just terrible. Terrible. Also here in the Nautilus Theater, they have a Mako Rising show where they talk all about the roller coaster and show clips and footage and things like that. And that is twice a day at 11:45 and 2:45. Something that I have not done yet, but want to at some point. It's even got its own flags. So there's that. Gonna have to check that out. Moving along here, you definitely see that they got more signage added. And the ride looks cool. See, this is something I really like. We'll probably get a better view of it in a minute or two, but this, not that industrial light, but the shipwreck behind it that you're going to sort of crash through in the roller coaster. That's really cool. That's the first really strong piece of theming I've seen for it, and I really, really like that. Obviously, the end of this ride is going to be just awesome. You're going to have the water splashdown kind of thing. You're going to have a shipwreck. You're going to have a midway. So I think that's going to be really, really, really unique there at the end. Anyway, there's going to just sort of give you an idea there of what that will look like. You're getting a little bit better view of sort of this half of that shipwreck. It's going to be really cool. It's not going to be a strong like head chopper or tunnel effect, but it's going to look really, really cool. Especially something that'll probably look as cool for people watching on the midway as it will on the ride. Also, you know, giving the ride some theming elements is nice too, instead of it being just a parking lot coaster or something like that. But again, this looks really, really awesome. I love the way this looks. Pretty fantastic there. Let's move along, see what else we can see. Yeah, that's really, really neat. Come back to you in a minute or two. One final look at the shipwreck here, and really cool. And I love the detail where it's got the little tiny sharks on there. Love it. This is fantastic. Very cool piece of theming. Over here, the Finn's gift shop is shut down. The one that's right by Mako and, you know, sharks and things like that. And that is shut down. And it's got signs out front that say, "Pardon our bubbles," as we create a new shopping experience. So I'm guessing this will probably be, you know, made to look nicer. I'm sure they'll probably have some Mako stuff over there. And then they're just going to freshen this up, give it a little bit nicer, because this area is going to look really strong. You can see the big blue walls here to make things nice. You do have some cool, again, theming elements keeping with that kind of thing. You've got this over here, which sort of gives you a feel of what this area will look like when it's done, between the nice pavement work there, as well as like the shipwreck and coral to make you feel like you're underwater. Cool stuff here. Over here at the entrance of the area, where more stuff's coming from behind the construction walls.
Yeah, really.
And you can see that also the name of the area is apparently going to be the Shark Wreck Reef, which is kind of interesting because I believe in some of the early concept art they had it labeled as like the Shark's Realm or things like that. Anyway, I guess this new mini-land will be called Shark Wreck Reef when it's all finished. Enough about Mako. I want to show you something else that's pretty cool here at SeaWorld Orlando. This is the new Manatee rehabilitation facility. And if you're familiar with the park and Turtle Track, you exit Turtle Track that way, and here's the tanks with some of the manatees and turtles in it. But this new area of the park is sort of back here, and it's where they go and rehabilitate all of their manatees they capture in the wild that are, injured and things like that. It's actually a really, really nice new area of the park. It works well. They always had like sort of a manatee rehabilitation center, but it was always backstage. So now they sort of brought it out into the open and built some really, really nice tanks. These must have been very expensive. From a coaster nerd standpoint, apparently some of this wood here was from the old Gwazi station or roller coaster at Busch Gardens Tampa, which is like a little bit hard for me to believe because I was just at that park on Thursday and Gwazi's still standing. If you want to see an update from that park, click the video link above and you can see some fun from Busch Gardens Tampa, including Cobra's Curse testing, what Tidal Wave looks like now that it's closed down, so check that out as I stall for time to wait for people to get down the stairs. But there we go, this is from wood that's supposed to be from the Gwazi roller coaster station or something like that. And we'll get interesting. I'm not quite sure about that one. Maybe it's from the station somewhere because the roller coaster is still standing. But up here you can see the tanks themselves. Very large, very new looking, and it's really cool. You step on up here and see the different manatees. Sometimes they eat cabbage and it's really, really cute.